And then you have ideological perspectives. You have the people that are in these ideological camps where this is this and that is that, and you can't differ from, you can't like have any sort of nuanced perspective or look at people that have a different point of view in a charitable way. You can't do that, because then you're a sympathizer, or you're platforming these bad and evil people, and you're carrying water for, there's all these stupid fucking phrases that they like to use.
It's crazy how quick they jump.
Yeah. But also, they're fucking dying too. Like, all those media companies, nobody trusts them anymore. And the reason why nobody trusts them anymore is because they're not trustworthy.
Yeah.
It's not, it's like, it's real simple. It's real clear. It's not like fucking, you know.
So you last that cigar with one light up, huh?
No, I had to hit it a second time.
Okay, good.
I hit it with this little lighter. It wasn't as loud.
Good.
Yeah, it goes out. I think that, it's an interesting time, though, because it's caused the emergence of... me, yeah, but also independent journalism. Like guys like Matt Taibi, guys who were with these corporate news structures who left, and now they're doing it on their own. Glenn Greenwald, Crystal and Sagar from Breaking Points, all these kind of people that you can trust, because even if you don't agree with them, you know they're not lying. That's all I need. So you can have opinions that I don't agree with, and I 100% support your ability to do that. I don't want to suppress people I don't agree with, but I want you to be honest. I want you to tell me what the actual data says, and even if your perspective on that data I don't agree with, at least I know you're telling me the truth. That's all I need. And there's not a lot of that in mainstream media, and that's why mainstream media is dying. It's it's controlled by these corporate interests that really care more about money than they do about anything else. Then like, if you think that like the Washington Post or the New York Times is really just about getting out the truth, that's not real.
No, and those two are extreme examples at this point.
They have an ideology that they adhere to.
And what is I don't know what the right word is. If I wasn't doing what I was doing, I would still, because I don't pay enough close attention, I would still sort of believe the New York Times
100%.
was like a real thing. I just grew up, New York Times, why would they have...
If I didn't have a podcast and I didn't talk to people all the time and talk to people from different walks of life and different perspectives and different careers, I would have no idea. I would have no idea. If I was just a comic, I would kind of vaguely know that they're probably corrupt. Vaguely know that they're full of shit. But if I read something, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. I would just take it at face value.
Same.
Especially if you have a regular job where you don't have the time to be looking into this shit. You're busy all day, and then maybe you have a family and obligations and fucking bills that are piling up, and you don't have the time to be sorting out whether or not the Washington Post is being honest about gender-affirming care.
And on top of that, Twitter is not the real world. It's important, but you step outside, you walk down the street, and most people don't even know what's going on Twitter. We're in it, so you see it, and you pay attention to what people are saying. But I always, if I'm in the center of a controversy, something's going on, I focus like, oh my God, the world, everything's happening here. And then you go outside, nobody knows.
I think Twitter's radioactive. I think that you can stay in it and you'll get sick. That's what I think. But if you just visit briefly and get the fuck out of there and then take care of yourself, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's good for people.
It's the old Ricky Gervais. He's like my favorite comedian of all time. He had a quote. Do you like Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, he's great.
He had he has one about Twitter that someone posts something in a town square. I'm botching his line. It has nothing to do with you, but people run up to it just to complain about it. That's kind of it. It's an echo chamber. It's toxic.
It's also, I think, it's legitimately bad for mental health to communicate that way. To communicate just through text, and it's almost all of it is aggressive, and almost all of it is insulting, and almost all of it is disparaging of people. The amount of like anti or negative tweets versus positive tweets. I mean, I wonder if anybody's done a study of that, like how much negative tweeting versus positive tweeting.
It's probably, I guess, like 90%.
It's probably somewhere like that. It's just bad for you. It's bad for you to, if you went to a bar and every time you went to a bar, people were fucking arguing and screaming at each other, you'd be like, fuck this bar.
100%.
This ain't fun. I want to go have a good time. I don't want to be around these people. It's not a normal way for human beings to communicate where they're not looking at each other across a table, having a drink, just looking at each other as another human, appreciating each other as a person, a human being. When you just see text on a screen and you're like, I'm going to fuck this guy up, and you go.
And it's easy to do it.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want. And there's been plenty of times I've seen examples where someone tracks down like the commenter. And then the commenter apologizes. Like, oh, I didn't know you'd see. You know, it's a different mentality when you get to that.
Of course. It's not normal. Humans are supposed to communicate with words in front of each other. That's how we're supposed to. That's how we evolved. That's what we're capable of understanding and appreciating. You know, and you know when someone's bullshitting you, and you know when someone's like got a secret agenda. You're like, this guy's kind of a creep. You know, you get it. You know, and then you get some people like, I really like talking to that guy, and then you can't wait to talk to him again. And then you kind of have an agreement. When you see each other, you know that he likes you, and you know that you like him, and you know he's a nice guy, and he knows you're a nice guy, and you let me buy you a drink. All right, let's have a drink.
And you never know who you're talking. Twitter, it's like you could be getting worked up on what like an 8-year-old says. You have no idea.
Or a bot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. And there's these Macedonian fucking troll farms, so they have thousands and thousands of accounts, and they're just trying to undermine democracy 24 hours a day, and they're literally being state sponsored to do that. There's that too. And that riles people up. You know, they found out that like 19 of the top 20 Christian sites on Facebook were run by troll farms?
No, I didn't know that.
19. So there's 19 out of the top 20 Facebook Christian pages that are not real. All they are is riling up people against whatever it is, Islamic people or gay people or transgender people, whatever it is. They're just trying to get people to argue about shit, getting people angry about shit.
It's really easy to do that, too.
Very easy. So I think the solution is post and ghost. Post shit that you want. Don't read the comments. Get the fuck out of there, and don't engage in back and forth disagreements with people on that.
It's so much easier. I don't, but so much easier said than done. So many people, you preach that. It's hard to do.
It's very hard to do. And also, like, I have a podcast, so I can actually sit down and talk to people, which most people don't have, right? So you don't have that opportunity to, like, work things out with someone and try to find out what they really feel and what they believe face-to-face in front of them.
Right.
It's the best way to talk. It's the best way to communicate ideas. And so I don't communicate ideas in a piss-poor way, because I think that way sucks. And so if I get to do the best way all the time, which I do, why would I engage in the worst way? Like, just back and forth with people on Twitter that just want to make you feel bad. Like, not interested in that.
Do you have any dream guests?
No.
None? Never?
No. I like talking to people. I don't care who they are. I mean, I like talking to my friends. I like talking to, I had a lady in recently that was a beekeeper.
I saw that.
I had a guy the other day that he has a giant piece of land in Alaska, and they're finding woolly mammoth bones. Like that. I like that. That's what I like. I like talking to fighters. I like talking to you. I like talking to whoever. I just like talking to people. It's fun.